Trabajo para Refresco hace 23 años.
Good morning, my name is Licinia. I've worked at Refresco for 23 years.
Voy a contar un poco de mi historia, cómo llegué a trabajar a dicha compañía.
So I'm going to tell you about how I ended up working at this company.
Primero empecé trabajando con la compañía Uylo y de ahí ellos vendieron la compañía a Refresco.
So when I began working there in the late 90s, it was a separate company named Whitlock, and then Refresco came in and took that over.
Fue un cambio un poco brusco porque Refresco no ha apreciado los trabajadores tal como somos.
And it was a rough change because Refresco hasn't really appreciated the workers it has.
Ha habido una depresión entre todos los compañeros viendo ese cambio tan fuerte que llevamos.
And people's have literally gotten depressed seeing the change over time through the change in ownership.
Cuando llegó el COVID-19, yo tuve que salir por 2 meses a consecuencia de esto.
When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, I had to leave work for 2 months.
Regresé a trabajar y ellos me dieron un ultimato que iban a colocar 12 horas de trabajo.
And when I returned to work after that, I was given an ultimatum regarding the 12-hour shifts.
Yo llevé un certificado que yo no podía trabajar sino 10 horas por un accidente que había ocurrido dentro de la compañía.
And I brought with me a doctor's note saying I could only work 10 hours max per shift, given an accident I had previously had at the plant.
Después de que ya me dijeron que tenía que trabajar las 12 horas, me llevaron a recursos humanos y me obligaron a trabajar las 12 horas.
And despite this doctor's note limiting my workday to 10 hours, they took me into HR and told me I had to work 12-hour shifts.
Que si no me gustaba trabajar las 12 horas, ahí tenía la puerta para que yo me fuera.
And that if I didn't like working 12-hour shifts, there's the door for you to exit.
Les contesté que yo el accidente nunca lo había tenido en la calle, sino dentro de la compañía, que nunca les iba a renunciar.
And I told them that the accident I had, I didn't have out in the street. I had an accident here at the plant, and I'm not going to quit.
Salí de la oficina, me quedé callada, y a los 2 días llamé a John Ocampo.
And so I left the plant. I didn't say much, but then I contacted the union organizer.
Le pregunté, John, ¿qué pasa con la unión? Mi oso está callado, y le dije, ¿cómo hago yo para volver a renovar eso para que la gente marche de nuevo?
And I asked him, how are things going with the union? And he said things have been quiet. And I asked him, how do I get things going again?
Él me contestó, no, hable con Anthony Sánchez, que él tiene tarjetas y él te da para que consigas nuevas firmas.
And he told me to talk to Anthony, who had union cards on him, so they can start getting people signed up for the union.
Anthony me buscó y me entregó tarjetas para volver a renovar la unión.
And so I met with Anthony, he gave me some union cards, and we started working together to revive the union effort.
Empecé a recolectar firmas bajo manga para que ellos se unieran. Me dio dificultad conseguir firmas.
And so I started getting workers signed up surreptitiously. It was difficult at times.
Cuando llegamos a la mayoría, ya John nos dio el sí para que llegáramos a meter la carta de petición a Laboral Day.
And when we hit majority, super majority sign up on union cards, then we got the go ahead from the union organizer to go ahead and file for a union election with the NLRB.
La carta creo que la llevaron en mayo y me dijo, Licinia, cuando usted vaya a entregar la carta, yo le doy la hora en que tiene que entregar la carta a recursos humanos.
And so together with the union organizer, we helped coordinate a march on the boss where we told the boss we were forming a union and we're filing for our election today.
Entregué la carta a recursos humanos y ellos me dijeron que ellos iban a estudiar eso. Yo le dije que les dejaba ya la petición que habíamos hecho, que íbamos a conformar una unión.
And so HR got the letter and said that they were going to study the issue, but it was too late because that same day we were filing for our union election.
Ya llegó la carta de que ya habíamos ya aceptado para conformar la unión, nos llegó el día de la primera votación.
And so we filed and we got official notification that we had met the prerequisites and we had a date scheduled for our election.
La hicimos en junio, jueves y viernes.
And so we voted in June of last year over on a Thursday and a Friday.
Pero un poquito de percance, las puertas no las abrieron a las 6 el día viernes, sino a las 6:05.
But there was a slight hiccup, which is that the NLRB opened the door. There were 4 voting sessions, 4 hours long each. One of them, the NLRB opened the door up at 6:05 a.m. instead of 6 a.m.
Llegó ya a contar los votos y ganamos, no por muchos, pero sí ganamos, y Refresco hizo una apelación.
And so we counted the votes. We won, not by much, but we did win. But then Refresco proceeded to appeal the results.
Y en esa apelación ellos ganaron y volvieron a darnos otra votación, y en esa votación ganamos de nuevo, pero con más votos.
And so they appealed, and eventually 10 months later got a decision in their favor. But we had another election 1 month ago today, actually, and we won and got more votes, or won by a wider margin than last year.
Después de esta votación, ellos ya han aceptado, pero si no hubiéramos ganado, por lo menos 6 cabezas habían votado de allá.
And so now they've had to accept defeat, and we've gotten certified as a union. But had we lost, they surely would have gotten rid of at least 6 of the top leaders.
Entre las primeras cabezas que estaba mi persona, seguía el joven que está aquí.
And
Íbamos para afuera.
and on that target list, my head would have been first, and then the young man next to me would have been next.
Por eso, gracias a Dios, ahora con la ayuda de John Ocampo,
So now thank God, thanks to the help of the union and the union organizers,
tenemos ya la unión conformada. Esperamos que muy pronto tengamos un pliego de peticiones.
and so we're happy now. We've been certified. We're going to begin negotiations, and we hope to make some gains and force the company to make some real concessions here.
Yo siempre le decía a todos mis compañeros que unidos tenemos fuerza, y la fuerza hace la unión. Por eso hay que tener siempre la unión presente.
And I always told my coworkers that in unity there is strength. So I always, encourage my coworkers to stay united, and so we could be strong to win what we deserve.
Yo le agradezco mucho a John que nos haya ayudado en tanto, y a mi compañero que fue el primero que hizo la labor.
And I want to thank the union organizers and also my coworkers who got this campaign started.
En la compañía hubo estos días un certificado muy bonito para ellos.
And they got a very nice certification. The company did in the recent days.
Les dieron un certificado entre las 10 compañías más peligrosas para trabajar.
They won the award for being one of the 12 Dirty Dozen Award. It's handed out by Kosh for being one of the 12 worst employers in the United States.
Wow. También les llegó una multa de $60,000 por tantos accidentes que nunca ellos han puesto cuidado en eso.
And they were also, within the past month or so, fined $60,000 by OSHA for not having safe working conditions at the plant and for all the accidents that people have been suffering lately.
Ellos ahora están con mucho miedo porque ya tenemos la unión conformada y ellos no creen en eso.
And so now they're full of fear because we finally have our union and they don't want us to have our union.
Esperemos que unidos hagamos la fuerza entre toda la compañía y que otras compañías de refrescos se unan a nosotros a apoyarnos.
And let's hope that all of us together can make a real change here by being united, and that we can also help workers at other Refresco plants follow this example.